Hi, it's Andrew, and in this video we will be going over relative minor scales. Since we are already familiar with the scale and what relative key signatures are, this video should be easy to understand. First, let's do a recap of what a scale is. Remember, it always starts and ends on the same note. It has exactly 8 notes, and every note in between the first and last note happens exactly once. Let's also do a recap of what relative major and minor key signatures are. Remember, relative minors use the same key signatures as their relative major counterparts, but start on different notes. Let's use the basic example of C major and A minor again. Remember, C major and A minor both do not use sharps and flats. All notes are natural, but since A is the 6th note of C major and C is the 3rd note of A minor, we know that C major is the relative major of A minor and A minor is the relative minor of C major. Now, let's apply this knowledge to identifying minor scales. Say we are given this scale. We see that it clearly starts on C sharp. But do we know, is this C sharp or C minor? Let's find out. So we see C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, and C sharp. Let's rearrange the sharps in the list we normally know. F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. Since we do not memorize the relative minor keys, let's think about the major keys we know. These 4 sharps look like they belong to E major. But there is a problem. This scale doesn't start on E, it starts on C sharp. This most likely means that this scale is in the key of C sharp minor. But let's use our rules to confirm this. Remember, if we are given a minor key, finding the 3rd note of the minor key will give us the relative major key. So let's count. 1, 2, 3. The 3rd note is E. This means that E major is this scale's relative major. Since E major and this scale use the same key signature, we can confirm that this C sharp scale is in fact C sharp minor, and it is in fact the relative minor of E major. So what did we learn in this video? Well, we learned to use our knowledge of scales and relative minor key signatures to identify which scales are relative minors like we did with E major. Ultimately, we use the 3rd note rule of minors to find C sharp. This means that E major is this scale's relative major. Since E major and this scale use the same key signature, we can confirm that this C sharp scale is in fact C sharp minor, and it is in fact the relative minor of E major. So what did we learn in this video? Well, we learned to use our knowledge of scales and relative minor key signatures to identify which scales are relative minors like we did with E major. Ultimately, we looked at the 3rd note of C sharp minor to find the relative major, which was E major scale. And then we determined that the scale that we were given originally was C sharp minor. That's it for this video. See you in the next one.